Hello, everyone. Appreciate you all for being here before the stream. I see some people already in the chat. Much love to you guys. And I know this is a day later than the chapter actually released, but I had plans yesterday, so I was unable to do both the One Piece and JoJo chapter yesterday. But, I mean, the One Piece chapter was a banger, and I've heard from multiple people that this is another banger JoJo chapter. So I'm super excited to get into this. Now, I'm obviously going to do my little speculation, see what I think is going to brew. Obviously, we ended off with a pretty big cliffhanger with the finger print being sent, and now something crazy is going to go down with the head of this company being all distraught that his daughter is in danger. It seems like we're going to have some craziness happening at this hospital. A lot of potential here. A lot of potential. So, with that, I don't really know where it's going to go. We're probably going to see that one agent guy and the little girl again. I feel like we're probably going to see them. They're literally on this page as well. But on this page, we have a new character, which is the guy to the right of JoJo on this cover. Completely new character. And from what I could tell, he looks like he has the Howler like logo as like a chain. So this dude is probably related to Howler in some fashion, which is cool. And I do like how JoJo is specifically put right in the middle of this group, because we have this one grouping of his allies and this other grouping of his enemies, which is fun. And obviously it says here, who will be the last one standing, the allies or the enemies? I like it. It's simple but effective. And I'm excited to see who this new character is. I think that's pretty cool. And I think it's also interesting, now that I'm like really thinking about it, the top three are seemingly the most trustworthy, and the bottom are definitely the least trustworthy to me, because I feel like these guys are demons. These guys are going after him. But the middle are not as trustworthy. You know, we don't know this guy, and Charming Man's still kind of mysterious. We do have his backstory, but we don't know if he's going to side with JoJo 100% because he just joined the squad. So, I don't know. I like this a lot. I'm very excited to see this. But that's enough analysis for right now. Obviously, if you guys do enjoy this, please consider liking, continuing to chat, all that stuff. It means a lot. And we just hit 9.7k, so we're getting really close to the tattoo goal, which is super sick. That means a lot. So, with that, it's time to get into this. Jojolands, chapter 17, which is almost a year and a half of public. Actually, no, it is a year and a half because there was a month break of publication. And the chapter is That Girl's Bag's Groove, Part 2. So we're continuing along with this. And Bag's Groove, from what I remember, I just want to make certain. I just want to get my thoughts out before I say anything. Bag's Groove is the virus stand, and that is the stand of the little girl. And I feel like it could be, because I definitely feel like the little girl is a stand. Well, we know she's a stand user, but I feel like the guy has to be one too. So I'm hoping we get to see his stand soon, relatively soon, and maybe this new character will see something with them. I don't really know, but those are my expectations. So with that, let's get right into it. That Girl's Bag's Groove, Part 2. Let's go. Okay. So we got some type of medicine being drip fed to someone in a really weird way, just taken orally, which is strange. I don't really know what's up with that. Maybe this is the cure for the stand effects, but we know that the girl's dead. The Sophie. We know that she's dead. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but we'll have to see. Just tongue out, really stretch it out. Some weird, like, pill or something. Is it? Okay. Oh, it's drugs. Alright, it's drugs. Okay, this is a completely different one. That's kind of cool. I thought it was the hospital, but no, we're flipping to a completely different thing. That's fun. So tasty. Oh, how could you tell? You too. Come over here. Sit on my lap. Oh, this is the guy from the cover. This is the guy from the cover. He's a bit of a freak. Don't be shy. Now come here. He's doing like some weird like drip feeding. I'm not rocking with this guy so far. He's giving me super weird vibes. He's also definitely on like a private jet. I see the like windows here, all the seats. This is definitely like a private jet of some kind. This is Rishiri. What do you think? The one before was Raosu Dashi stock. There's only 3 places in Hokkaido, Japan, where they produce this sort of top quality kombu, you know. Why the... What? Well, I thought it was drugs. They're just eating weird foods? Like, out of a syringe? Because kombu is like the seaweed, right? This is so strange. This is so strange. I feel like I'm being thrown for such a crazy loop. Like, I thought it was drugs. Thought this guy was a weirdo. He still is a weirdo, but now he's just dripping food onto people. Like, what's going on? Raosu kombu, Rishiri kombu, and Ma kombu. It's just those 3 tiny places. Don't ask me how much they cost. The dashi or broth is top quality. It's extracted only from the kombu produced in those 3 spots, and the waters they're farmed in are only shrinking from ocean warming. These beautiful green spears in the broth are simply green peas parboiled with salt. This is ma kombu. This is so strange. This is really weird. So tasty. You 3 are just so wonderful. Yeah, I love this. I'm gonna buy Hokkaido for I'm gonna buy Hokkaido for your next chance I get. All of it. Oh well, he's definitely connected to Howler. He's talking about buying land, so perfect. He's gonna buy a whole massive island. If you pay enough money and bend the land regulations some, you can develop as many resorts as you want. The environment's in much better hands under my thumb, you morons. Gah. Let's go to an onsen again and eat dashi together. Ooh. Howler will be preparing to land soon. Oh, so these are... Oh, I thought they were like flight attendants for a sec, but I guess not. Please fasten your seatbelt. No, I think they are flight attendants. If they're saying please fasten your seatbelt. But before that, let me close the zipper. So Araki obviously was on the wavelength. What a fantastic day, man! Honolulu already, and so they're dropping him off. It's a great panel at the top here with the private jet arriving. Something's going on there. Who are they? That immigration gate is a private pathway only for me to use. So I guess this is the government. I guess, which is cool. Thanks, all of you. You're all as lovely as flowers. And of course, he's getting some freak on with the flight attendants. And now, is this like... I'm really curious now if this is the Howler or if this is like the son of the guy, because this dude's obviously some kind of, you know, degenerate. And if the big bad is this guy, at least the big bad of right now, that'd be really interesting. So I'm liking this. I only ride in Rolls Royces when being picked up or dropped off from airports. The ones with the planetariums on the ceiling. You're Mac from Dolphin Bank, if I recall correctly. I'd like to enter the country. Mind not blocking my gate? Okay. So this is just a bunch of bankers. Oh, if he's bankers, was he cut off? Was he cut off? That could easily lead to him being the son. I like that. I have some urgent news I must inform you about, Howler. We've been humbly awaiting your arrival. Emergency? What is it? You know you could call me on the plane, right? Oh! It's the senator trying to investigate. That's probably what the news is. Okay. Cool. You know you could call me on the plane, right? We felt it would be best to tell you in person. If the media were to catch wind of what I'm about to say to you, it would cause quite a bit of hoopla for you. It's regarding the northern slope of Hualailai on the island of Hawaii. The 300 square kilometers of land owned by you, Howler of Howler Company. The current market value of that land is $10.6 billion, the island of Hawaii. A short while ago, the state government has started about on the seizure of that land. It's to be announced momentarily. I also noticed this guy's facial hair is crazy. I never really noticed it until literally this close up right here, but it's like a bunch of segmented little facial hairs. That's so strange. It's kind of like well, the top part is completely different, but it's giving me like gyro kind of vibes. Gyro vibes. For some reason, Congressman White has suddenly given his signature to permit the seizure of the land. Other congressmen have approved it as well. Signed. A seizure? What are you talking about? He can't just do that out of the blue. The fool. What's his reasoning? He's got no grounds for that. We cannot imagine any sort of grounds or reason for ourselves. We hope you'll inquire with the state government about it. But the perception will be that is proof of your villainy. Something of that sort, Howler. They'll say you stole the public's tax money under the pretense of developing waterworks with Hualala's water veins. What is it with you guys? What did you banking folks come here for exactly? We at Dolphin Bank currently have a loan to your Howler, it probably company or corporation, totaling $38 billion. We've just sent you the documentation. Okay. Oh, also, huge shout out to Soloen for being not only the first super chat of this stream, but the first super chat of any of the JoJo streams from what I'm aware. Usually these streams are a lot more low key, so I do appreciate this immensely. Much love. I can't like the thing, but I did gave it a nice little heart. I appreciate that immensely. I don't know why there was no notification here. I really don't know why, but it should show up. Maybe it'll show up later. I don't know, but I'll probably get blasted with some sound effect in no time. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, God. That was so loud on my end. Oh my God. God, that was so loud. I turned that down. It was like at 90 volume. On my end. It's going to be the same on your end regardless. Anyway. So, that $38 billion, we're collecting it. Please pay us immediately. That is the bank's decision. Is this a goddamn joke? What are you talking about, $38 billion? That's money I spent on the Honolulu head office building. And of that number, $20 billion was for other lands on Oahu, right? I only borrowed that money because you guys at the bank said to. Same goes for this private jet. I'm taking it because you guys said to lease purchase it for tax purposes. We will be collecting all of it immediately. If you cannot assemble that much of cash, then we recommend you pay with the land you possess. Hey, you're bankrupt, Howler. You're going to be found guilty for crimes regarding Hualala'i land, you see. So, you're betraying me? You know full well that you guys are villains just as much as I am. It's so direct. It's so direct. It's just like, yeah, you're bad. You're bad, guys. You're bad. Also, I'm gonna change the lighting real quick. I noticed my screen is getting kind of gray. It's kind of gray. Let me just do the white screen. White screen. Cool. Cool. Give me a white screen. There we go. There we go. You can see me way better now. I just made the screen white and it looked way better. Okay. This is a very interesting development. Oh my God, we're not even close to halfway done. No, you're the only one going down with the ship. But before you fall into the darkness, we'll be collecting what we're owed, you see. Now, if you'll excuse us. Damn, that country bumpkin. This will be the end of that conceited, condescending attitude, too. Okay. That's very, very interesting. This is a very cool development. I think the main thing I'm really stuck on is like I'm a bit confused in a way, but in a good way. Like I thought that this guy was by far going to be a direct villain because he has all this weird stuff happening on the plane, and then immediately he's like all this position and hype that's been building up to this character gone immediately, which is great. I love being taken out of my element. Out of my element. And now we have a ... while the bankers are heading off. Just, what the hell is going on all of a sudden? Also, the polka dots are funny. The big island of Hawaii. So, we're just getting a map. The north slope of Hualalai. That's what the state is seizing. Hello? I'll be heading back to the head office soon. Could you find Bobby Jean for me? Which is the agent guy with the little girl. Oh, yeah. Solo N, once again, appreciate you immensely for the second donation. Means a lot. $2 saying, love you, bruv. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I'll be heading back to the head office soon. Could you find Bobby Jean for me? Where is he right now? It's urgent that I contact him. Agent Bobby Jean. You know him, right? Hurry. Man, if there's a movement like this happening, it couldn't be you know what, could it? You know what? Oh, does he know? Does he know? Oh, this is crazy. It's similar to the movement that happened once when I was a child. That was the sudden change in the system of money flow. It can't be, can it? He has a stand. He has a stand. This thing is... Oh my god. This dude is cool. It's like morphing. Look, it looks like it's like morphing. This is cool. This is a very good chapter. Very good. Our main villain is... well, not even a main villain, I guess. He's just a guy now. And now he's got a stand. Now he's going after our main characters. I like this guy. I'm and he's kind of gross. So he's like, he is a villainous character. I like this. I like this a lot. Can't be, can it? Hey, Lulu. Okay, so the girl's name is Lulu. We're looking for a pickup truck, not a van. Also, that van doesn't even fit the number from before. Oh, and they're looking for the cars that showed up on the surveillance tape. And then we're going to actually see, you know, wait, what's going on? Because obviously the rest of them are in this hospital right now. I checked the traffic cameras and got the folks that got out of the van. Here, these are them. All right, Lulu's looking in this car right here. These folks look totally different. They're unrelated. Oh my god. I love this Dragoda one. It's so funny. That's the thing that's most important here, Agent Bobby Jean, is finding out just what it was that the folks who looked at the original deeds of the registry came for. What matters isn't their faces. It's what their objective is. It's what they did. Those weren't newspaper reporters investigating Howler Co's land improprieties. And they sure as hell weren't police. So I don't need to waste time staring at your fake images. Who the hell cares about those things? Wow. It's just like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I love it. She's like, this is bullshit. I like how direct she is. Well, you do have a point. Just what exactly could they be after? But it's really not our job to figure out what they did. It's to pursue and eliminate them. There we go. Pursue? Pursue? That's our role, which Howler-san is paying us for. Don't go doing more than Don't go doing more than what you're paid to do. Don't go doing more than you're paid to do. I feel like what should be in there, but whatever. And anyhow, one way or another, they're going to get sick and die. Right, Lulu? Jeez, what the hell? These people really piss me off. Yeah, that's right. They're going to die for sure. As humans, they die either in accidents or by illness. The mothers, fathers, brothers, friends, everyone, they'll get sick and die. She's having a temper tantrum. That's fun. Hey, look. Buy me that. See, on the seat? Buy it. Oh. Dragona's little hair thing. That's fun. That's fun. It's a flower hair ornament. Looks like one fell off someone's head onto the seat there. And that's probably when Dragona was dying. So that makes a lot of sense. That's got to be a floral ornament some old granny was wearing. It's cute. I want it. Buy it for me. Please buy it. She's going insane. Oh my god. She's really going insane. Scratching up the car with that kind of like bobblehead cat thing from last chapter. Oh my god. If you care about me, you'll buy it for me. Hey, are you alright? Calm down, Lulu. Okay, Lulu, I'll buy it for you. But it doesn't have to be right now, right? I'll get you one when we go to a place where there's shops. So just calm down. These frickin' people. Up till now, no matter how excellent a doctor they are, they've never found my bag's groove's little lesions. That's because they've all died before a doctor could find them. But just now, they caught one of them. Someone tracked down my bag's groove inside a body. That means someone was cured. They were supposed to die, but they didn't. Who are these people? It's of absolute importance we figure out what it is they're after. We need to find the people that rode in this van. Got it, Lulu. There's a hospital on the other side of this parking lot, and it's a big one. Wait, a hospital? Oh, they must be trying to heal their other comrades. That's got to be the place. But not to get a doctor to cure them. They went there for an MRI to try and find the lesion themselves. They are so smart. They are so smart. It's crazy. I feel like I'm like, whoa. Like, she does have a stand, so I get it. But, like, how is it so effortless for them? It's crazy. The place we should be going to is an MRI. Oh, and then we're cutting away. Are you all listening? Here's what we're going to do. First, we put Usagi in the MRI tunnel. Then, we analyze the images and find the lesion inside Usagi's body. I'm expecting it to be somewhere from his heart to his brain. So we'll aim for the head when we're taking photos. And Usagi, of course, is losing his mind. Losing his mind. Nope. The enemy stand is at the lesion. Then I'll enter his body with smooth operators. Oh, and then the stand itself saying, okay, that's fun. And then we grab it out. Then we grab it and drag it out. Okay. MRI time. Let's crush that thing. Do you have a reservation code? The next exam begins at 30 minutes from now. Are there only 2 MRI rooms? This is no problem. Come on, over this way. It's no problem, Usagi. I'll just say that I want an MRI. You've memorized the MRI we just saw in that exam room, right? We need you in the Matakudasai. Yeah. You're going to examine me with a fake MRI? Yeah. Oh, I just heard something. Yo, shout out to Artician. Thank you for subbing to the channel. That means a lot. Yeah, I got the form of it down. Come on over here. There's an empty room. It's just a bunch of equipment. We'll do it here. That's fun. I like how we're just like, oh, the MRIs are busy. We don't need them. I'll just make one. Who cares? So we'll use your MRI and the computer right here. We can analyze the images and find it. You can do it. The letters MRI. Do you know what they stand for? MRI. They stand for the M's got to be magnetic. The R is man's a real idiot. Man's a real idiot. Yo, he cooked them. He cooked them. That's so fun. He's playing the sappy card and like man's a real idiot. JoJo, you're my BFF, my IDD, and my KKD. My best friend forever. I'm deeply devoted, kind, kindred dude. He's losing his mind. Oh, I think he's actually losing his mind. I think he is. Usagi, are you okay? No, I don't think he is. There's blood coming out of his ear. Hurry, get him into an empty room. Oh man, if Usagi can't make the MRI, then he's for sure done for. I want an MRI. Can you hear me, Usagi? Okay. Usagi's getting beat up from the inside still. Guess the door shuts. Oh, no, it's an elevator. They're in the same floor. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. They're in the same floor. And they're looking around, seeing people in the waiting room. They're here. I'm sure of it. The people we're looking for are among everyone here. There's an exam in progress. Looks like there's 2 rooms doing them right now. Check them. That includes everyone inside the rooms. And literally. Literally. The dramatic crossing of the groups. That's like one of my favorite tropes. I love it. Oh. She noticed. She noticed. Please follow them. Yes, got it. Understood. Lulu. Here. They say they want to talk to you. Huh? It's me. Aka Howler. Are you tired, Lulu? Hello? I can hear you. Ah, okay. Lulu. This call is for your ears only. This is an order. I've heard you're in the process of pursuing the people who were looking at the original deeds. And I don't know who they are either, but... Oh, this is going to be a great page turn. What is he about to say? I think he's about to say, don't kill them. I think that's got to be it. And then the MRI will be for nothing. Oh, it's got to be that. But it's possible. Oh, okay. Okay. Not related. Not related. Okay. It's possible that they may have something like a rock in their possession. So he does know about the lava rock. Huge. Actually, there's no may about it. They definitely have one on them. I also just realized his little necklace here is also made of H's. That's fun. I think it shows how full... great obvious way to show how full of himself he is. If this is the Howler guy, not like the son of. To be precise, this rock is a hardened clump of lava. I don't know how big it is or what color it is, but I'm certain they've got one on them. A lava rock? That's right, a lava rock. Lulu, I want you to recover it for me. Got that? Not Agent Bobby Jean. Help Bobby eliminate all of them, but you have to be the one to find it, and then bring it to me in person. Why not him? Why not him? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. The fact that money is making such abrupt movements can only mean that a lava rock was slipped out from that land in Hulalai. I think it should be has slipped out, but was slipped out, whatever. Agent Bobby Jean, here you go. The call's done. Alright, so she's like tapping her head, probably referring to Dragona's headwear, you know, the head dressing with the flowers. I got permission. He said to eliminate them. Alright, they're all walking away to the room. Oh, oh, I just got a good sign. Okay, so I just realized on his hat, I don't think they highlighted it much before, but he's got targets on his hat. He's got to have a gun stand. He has to. Because it's too perfect. It's a normal looking thing in this hospital where it's like, oh, look, these super normal things are happening. But it's actually insane. This is perfect. This is perfect. How many are there? Where's the sick one? Inside an empty room. They're all looking inside. There's 5 of them in all. 5 people. Well, we still don't have any proof that they're the ones who went into the registry. But you don't mind, right? What? But you don't mind. You don't mind if we kill them all? It's them. Do it. Glory Days? Okay, well, I know that song. I know that song. And there you go. That's definitely his stand. Another gun stand. Love that. Paco sees it. What was that sound? Sound? Gunshots. Oh. What? Wait. Was there someone over there just now? That was the sound of a gun with a silencer. No. Huh? They're invisible? I don't know who's screaming, but someone is. What the? Are those bullets? And they're moving. Oh, they're getting... And they're getting lit up. Alright, and that's probably Paco who's lifting up the arm. Just looking at this panel here. Okay. So, it's slow bullets. But they're also invisible. This is crazy. Like, why can't they see them? Why can't they see them? Because they're not doing anything really, you know, specific to be invisible. This is so strange now. Like, what's going on? Like, he is maybe it has something to do with, like, bullets, which are normally fast and they're hard to see, are now slow. But the bullets, like, the speed of the bullets is given to whoever shoots it. So it's like a reverse speed thing. So, like, you know how Whole Horse said slow bullets as well. He could, like, make them really slow and manipulate them around. Maybe it's like something like that. So the bullets are slow, but the user is fast. But if that's the case, why can they not see the girl? Why can they not see her? Like, oh, this is crazy. Okay. So this was a banger chapter. A lot of great action. We got introduced to Howler and the Banks being seemingly more evil than him, which is even crazier. Okay. I have a lot of thoughts in my head right now. Like, the girl, Lulu, is not touching him or, like, affected by his ability. Maybe she is infected by affected by his ability. Maybe it has something to do with like the speed thing. That's the main thing I can think of. Like, they could just be invisible. There could just be an invisible barrier around them. But that's all I can think of. Like, I feel like I'm trying to wrap my head around all this stuff. It's like these abilities are so normal. So normal. Disease, gun. Those are the abilities. But there's these twists on what Araki's done before, like lovers, which I think is definitely a possibility of that being. Excuse me. Of that being an influence, but I also mentioned in my last JoJo video, I mentioned that this could be a reference to The Wonder of You and The Pursuit, and the fact they literally directly said that makes me think even more so. So the Pursuit angle is obviously there. But then it's like, okay, now we have this gun as well, which I just saw in the chat. Shout outs to Artisian. They mentioned the idea of this being the Steel Ball Run versus equivalents of Emperor and Lovers. Whole Horse and Boingo comparison. That's a great point. I didn't even think about that because she's so ridiculously short in comparison to him. Super tall gunman guy. I could easily see that. Easily see that. Okay. That's cool. If Lulu finds out the Lava Rock's power, she's going to buy everything. Yeah, this is another thing that I was thinking about, Lucas. I was thinking about that. The little girl is seemingly all about money. Why, then, are we asking the money-obsessed character to bring back the rock to another money-obsessed character? I feel like, realistically, what would happen is he's not getting the rock back. So, I don't know. If you look at Howler's appearance, he's a mix of Giorno and Gyro. I could see Giorno with the hair on the top. Gyro I absolutely see with the funny beard. But Giorno is interesting. Really hoping Howler's stand is called Easy Money. That's a fun name. Easy Money. I mean, obviously, he's a super rich guy, so that's fun. And he's aware of the rock. He's aware of the rock. That was a good development. I feel like Araki is doing a lot of things to make me feel like it's more sped up than I expected. Like meeting this guy so soon, didn't expect that. Him knowing about the rock, didn't expect that either. There's a lot of things that are happening where I'm like, oh, I see. We're already here, you know. I feel like this part has a lot of momentum, where it's like, I guess we're here now. Oh my god. Nexter in the chat says, my theory is that the stand will be waking up when September ends, because of the emphasis on number 9, September in the 9th month. November was initially the 9th month. That is true. That is very true. September was the 9th month to replace November. Yep. Allusions to rain in the songs. Yep. Very interesting. I kind of like that. I don't think that song would be a title. I think it's too long, but I mean, there are a lot of long name stands. And the September replacing November, that's cool. I like that a lot. And you mentioned later, I wanted to point out when he mentions Lava Rock for the first time, he talks about what happened when I was a kid. Any speculation for that? I think as a kid, they were poor, they found the rock, now they're rich. It's really that simple. I feel like that's got to be the obvious thing. And I feel like Araki obviously has a lot of, you know, moments where he's like, oh, I try to make things as you unexpected. I feel like that is a pretty cut and dry thing. Because it's like he's aware of the rock somehow, and he's saying money changed when he was a kid, so I'm assuming they used to be poor, then they were rich. And Jojo's dream is to basically have what Howler already had happen to him randomly. That's what I think. Parkour thinks that Aka is Italian for H, so it's just Italian. So you think that this guy is more connected to Gyro than we realize. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I think Howler's already in trouble with the law. And it's possible Bobby Jean isn't really an employee, rather he's a hired freelancer. So if he got wind, he would go after Howler. Bobby Jean is still an officer of the law after all. Actually, that's pretty peak. That's pretty peak parkour. I really like that idea. I genuinely really like that idea. That's cool. If Howler has a Night Marcher stand, it would be interesting. It would be an interesting contrast from the two we've seen before. Night Marcher is a dead Hawaiian soldier ghost. That sounds interesting. Let me look this up. Night Marcher song. Hawaiian. Oh, Night Marchers is the band or the song? No, I think it's a song. Okay. Night Marchers is the song. The band is called Sudden Rush. Which is a sick name. Sick name. Sick name. I'm obviously not going to play anything. Deadly Ghosts of Ancient Tribal Hawaiian Warriors. This sounds awesome. Sounds very cool. The going after Howler part of Bobby Jean is another possible reference to Whole Horse not being loyal to Dio in part 3. Very true. Very true. Lulu and Howler probably related. Maybe. Maybe. I could easily see that being the case. If Bobby Jean is meant to be babysitting her, she's probably related somehow. So I could easily see that. I could see that being the case. I'm curious if Bobby Jean will change sides somehow. I think this, especially considering Araki loves Whole Horse. Bobby Jean comes off more as an honorable version. I like that. And you know what would make, in my opinion, would amplify that even more? Obviously, I've mentioned this a lot as the part has gone on. I do think the police are going to be an integral part of the villains in this story. And Bobby Jean, he's already, a freelance, investigator, private investigator character, And I feel like if he, who is somewhat involved in the law, worked with our main cast against, the big corporations and mechanisms of this world, that would be pretty cool because we get to see the issue from all sides. So I would like that a lot. Green Day reference would be hyped for part 9. Absolutely agree. I'm a big fan of the Dookie album. Huge fan. One of my favorite albums. So I would love another Green Day reference outside of just the band in part 5. Would love another one. See, when September ends, if it was shortened to that, I could definitely see that being the case. Okay, I just got a really interesting thing in the chat here. Let me get back to the All right, I saw this in the chat and I found this interesting, so I'm going back to it. Do you think that Glory Days might be the silencer and not the gun itself? I really like that idea. I feel like that's so specific. It's that the stand itself is a gun attachment. That's so hyper specific that I like it and I want that to happen. Because a gun stand is cool, but like, why would he have to screw it on to be like a detachable thing? I feel like that's so hyper specific that I want that to be the case. It's not even a gun stand. It's a gun attachment stand. I think Bobby Jean wouldn't bring the lava rock to Howler if he will get more money than Howler are paying him. I could definitely see that. But that raises what I mentioned earlier. Will Lulu even bring it? Lulu doesn't maybe know that it's like an infinite money spawning thing. But I feel like if she realizes that, then it's like, no, it's mine. It's mine. That just seems the more likely to me. So I'm so curious why he chose to pick her. But like some people have been saying, it could easily be because he's like somewhat in law. So maybe. I think the silencer could play a role. Like, it's because the silencer, it makes the bullets silent in a way. Well, I mean, that's what a silencer does, yes, without you being able to see it. So the bullets aren't invisible, though. They can see the bullets. They can't see Lulu and the agent guy. They can't see them. So that's why I'm, like, trying to wrap my head around it. Maybe he'll even be able to switch. So it's like sometimes the bullets are visible, but you can see them. Or the bullets are visible and you can't see them. Maybe it's that. Someone pointed out that Aka is a fashion brand and Lulu is close to Lululemon. Okay, so fashion. Fashion again. Paco is a fashion brand as well. Paco Rabanne. I remembered that because I was on vacation earlier this year, and obviously the part has been out for a while. I was on vacation and I saw a Paco Rabanne thing, and I was like, oh, Paco, I can't escape. I can't get out. So I thought that was funny. And it was Dolphin Bank, you know. Maybe he's redoing the Stone Ocean naming scheme as well, because the Stone Ocean anime did recently come out. Maybe that's what he's thinking about. And I mean, I also could easily bring up this. Like, a lot of fashion stuff is very, you know, elitist and, like, for, like, rich people. So it would make sense if these characters, Lulu and Aka, who are seemingly, like, really rich people, would have these names. But then Paco also has the name, so it's, like, not entirely lining up. But I feel like you guys get what I'm saying. Man's a real idiot. Yeah, that was so funny. The MRI. So I think the gang might have to destroy the lava rock to win. What if breaking the rock stops the objects from transferring to different owners? That way the land is free for anyone to grab. So, Parkour, I completely agree with you there. Completely. That will probably be something that happens. Just not now. Just not now. I feel like the ring, you know, the ring. Oh my god, the rock is perfect because the reason I say the ring is because I just recently watched Lord of the Rings, which is a huge, in my opinion, connection to this, where it's like everyone's after the rock, everyone's after the ring gives you power, you know, all this other stuff, and that's basically what the rock gives as well. And at the end of the day, what is the goal of the story? Get rid of the ring, no one should have that much power, and the rock is kind of the same. Everyone should be able to have rights to this land, especially the people who live there should definitely have rights to this land, and JoJo, being someone who lives there, deserves to have rights to it. So I can definitely see that being the case. Definitely him destroying the Rock. Absolutely. And I didn't even think about that. You know, the ring in Lord of the Rings, where's it destroyed? A volcano. That's where the Rock is from. That's just another fun connection. Has Paco said a word in the last 3 chat? No, he absolutely has. Paco's talked quite a bit. So I think what may happen is later down the line when the gang loses the Rock. This could result in a betrayal, similar to what Dolphinbag did with Howler, hence Rohan's warning. I like that. That's fun. Flower ability for Howler's stand. Howler's stand looked pretty cool. Oh, let me get back to that. It was like kind of this weird, kind of rocky looking creature with flowers. It kind of looks like a dried cactus to me. A dried cactus, but that obviously could also help because the ground looks a bit like speckled, like sandy. But it gave me like a cactus vibe because cactus can grow flowers, and it has those little not the petals, but the like the pears kind of. It kind of looked like that. Upon looking at it, Howler stand seems to be causing some sort of mist to arise. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe that's part of the ability. Maybe. Howler is Sauron then? No, I don't think so. If anything, he would be like... I feel like the bank is more close to that. Something is even higher. Because think about it. You know what? Yeah. Think about it like this, right? Howler might be one of the richest people in this series, right? He might be that. But you know who he still has to go through? The bank. So Howler, as much as it's seeming like they're a major antagonistic force, could just be a victim to one of the actual antagonistic forces, the people who choose what money is in the first place, like the mint, the bank. You see what I mean? Howler's just someone who was lucky and able to make money using the lava rock, like he said, when he was a kid. Something like that. JoJo did break a lava rock earlier in the series. Might have to do it again. Love that point. So I'm curious if Howler's stand is the thing that grabbed Malka, who is Charmman's brother, especially considering it came from the ground. That's a great idea. Love that. Do you think Howler will end up the main antagonist? I thought he would be, but his introduction being him losing immensely makes me think otherwise. Yeah, Frog Crow, yeah, I don't think so. I'm more on the idea of the systems itself being the antagonist, like people who choose how much money is worth, the police, other stuff like that, where it's like they are, without these things, society wouldn't be around. Like a rich person could, not really exist without the system working in their favor, which is why he said that at the beginning, with that happening to him as a kid. That's what I'm thinking, at least. That's what I'm thinking. I really hope we keep seeing these characters. Like Lulu, Bobby Jean, they're fun. They're fun characters. I like them. Lulu is unhinged. Very unhinged. So I like these guys. I hope we keep seeing them. I feel like we could, with them being a police officer, an investigator as one. So I would like that. But we'll absolutely. I was going to say obvious and absolutely, like fused together. I think we'll definitely get new villains, of course, as the story goes on. But I do like these guys. I hope we do keep seeing them. I think they're very entertaining. One's the straight man. One's an unhinged little girl. I like that. Locking it in now. If Howler's stand isn't related to when September ends, I'm donating $30. Lol. Well, I mean, I would appreciate that immensely, but you don't need to pressure yourself into that. Howler's giving me major Poochie vibes. Someone who's constantly on the back foot and at a disadvantage, needing to carefully think about their next move, though I do agree with Kev's take. I find it funny to think about Toru pulling a Dio and resulting in Lulu with the Wonder of You like ability. What do you mean pulling a Dio? Just to what's it called? I'm curious what you mean by that, because the reason I say Lulu has a Wonder of You like ability is because what Araki tends to do in a lot of parts of JoJo is they have this thing at the end of one part and it continues directly into the starts of the next one. Like part 4, it ends with everyone working together, right? It ends with everyone working together, but then you know, specifically the one that is outed as like the one that Jotaro appreciated the most was Koichi, right? And then part 5, it starts with Jotaro trying to go after Giorno, and then you know who's brought up? Koichi. Koichi's there in the main narrative. That's a great example of how Araki chooses to continue these themes of, you know, showing how the characters work, or the themes, you know, work as well. Another great example, part 1 had a bunch of these characters who were kind of there, you know, but they didn't do too much. So what Araki does is he chooses to have them see Dio, chooses to have them, and then is like, okay, Strizo, you're kind of a nothing character, you're there, I'm going to make you into Dio again. We're going to have this exact same thing, but from a different perspective, from someone who thought Dio was, you know, a villain, but had this different feeling associated with this character. Like, stuff like that is a great way to continue the narrative. So, and this goes into other stuff as well. Obviously, like part 7 and 8 are super connected, with Johnny being a major part of the entire world building of Party. But what I'm saying is, the reason I'm saying Bag's Groove is similar to Wonder of You is because of the whole pursuit thing. They went after this thing, then they got attacked for seemingly no reason. That is literally what the Wonder of You was. If I gave you that exact summary of what just transpired, you could associate it with both things, because that's just how it works. And then now they're talking about just pursuing them straight up. They're just saying the words that are subtext with the abilities themselves. So that's why I'm saying it. I'm not saying there's some literal familial connection like that. I'm saying the theme of, you know, oh, the big bad from that last part is now the first thing in this part, because it helps us not only get back to the groove of things. We're like, oh, I remember that. You know, we get that again. But then what Araki is able to do is flip it, where he's like, okay, Josuke, you know, this guy we followed for 10 years, he reacted this way. Here's how a bunch of characters reacted, you know, in the longest arc of JoJo ever. Here's how they reacted. Now, how are our characters going to react to this? I mean, they're even in a hospital. They're literally even in a hospital right now. I feel like there's too many similarities at this moment. And you know what else I just realized? That Bobby Jean is essentially what Toru used for, like, the insects and stuff. Like some kind of weird curveball ability. It's just like, yeah, do that now. I think it just makes it feel very seamless. It's like, look, we're going to see our new characters, who seemingly have way worse abilities, in a situation with another really scary opponent that could just kill them instantly, pretty much. Even though it's a weak ability compared to, like, a plane door crashing into you or something just completely off the wall. It allows us to see how they would react to a pursuit situation. And I think that's what makes it really compelling. It allows them to shine in their own way versus doing the same thing that Josuke would have done, or anyone like Yasuo, Mamazuku, stuff like that. But I am very excited to see how Lulu continues in the story, because I feel like they will be around for a bit if this is what Araki's trying to do. Like, Howler, we can assume that Howler's going to be around for a while. We could just assume that. There's a character that's been built up for quite a bit now, and I feel like with the way it's going, this is kind of meant to be a foil character to JoJo, where it's like, oh look, the guy who's all the way at the top, but he found the rock when he was young, just like JoJo, and now his whole life's falling apart because JoJo found it. Some sort of generational type thing you could probably get in that as well, because he doesn't seem too old. Too old. Or it would be even crazier if he's actually kind of young. Not like young. He probably is like in his 20s or 30s or something, because he seems like kind of a freak. So I could see that being the case. But yeah, those are my overall thoughts on the chapter. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Overall, excited. New abilities. We know Howler is... I think Howler's pretty compelling immediately. And he has a stand. So we get more... And he knows about the lava rock. So a lot of compelling stuff with Howler immediately. And then Bobby Jean has a stand. Could be a gun stand, meaning Whole Horse, Mista, characters like this. They're usually kind of goated. So this dude could be awesome. And then Lulu is just funny and crazy. I like that as well. I like that. So, with that, that's going to be it for me. That was a great JoJo chapter. Big fan. Very big fan. What I'm looking at right now on my schedule is we're probably going to do a stream on Monday. Probably Monday. Because Monday will be One Piece Day. Shouts to One Piece Day being now a holiday in Japan, which is pretty cool. And I got some things to do for One Piece Day. But I won't say what it is now. We'll get there when we get there. But that is going to be it for me. Let me see if I can redirect you guys to anyone. Let me see. First off, I also want to just say really quick, I do genuinely appreciate all you guys for being here. I just realized I never updated the description. Also, my face is so gray when I do that. I just realized I never updated the description, so I'll update that when I finish. But obviously, shouts to you guys for being here. I really enjoyed chatting with you guys. Obviously, I'm a bit silent when it comes to reading the chapters, because I do not want to get spoiled by anything in the chat. But overall, a whole lot of great stuff. And unfortunately, no one is live right now. Unfortunate. But with that, we're going to end the stream. And unfortunately, I can't redirect you guys to anyone. But regardless, I appreciate you guys for showing up, showing love. It means a lot. And if you guys do want to continue the conversation, consider going to the Discord server that we have. I'm trying to make it more active, doing some like watch party kind of stuff, more discussions. I feel like it would be fun, trying to revamp it in some ways. And this is completely unrelated to JoJo, but I hope everyone who enjoys fighting games is having a fun EVO weekend. Hoping everyone has a fun EVO weekend. If you are watching EVO, I watched the Hunter x Hunter fighting game earlier. It looks really cool. Really cool. I'm definitely going to main my man Uvogin. I was talking with King Recon earlier. It was a great time. And I'm going to be watching that tomorrow and Sunday. It's going to be awesome. Big fighting game fan, of course. But with that, that's going to be it for